What's up, everybody? Tyson Rouse. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's doing excellent. Unfortunately, the Jets, coming off a disappointing loss, got more bad news as George Fant is now going to the IR. Now, we all saw George Fant struggle last week. I'm not sure if he went into the game heavily injured and made it worse. I'm not sure if he could have prevented this injury by maybe sitting out a game if he's that hurt. But whatever it may be, now Connor McDermott could be your starting left tackle as Dwayne Brown can't come back till next week, and we don't even know if he's ready next week. So Connor McDermott's the guy. They signed two guys. They got Remmers from the Chiefs. They got Cedric, don't know how to say his last name, from the Texans. But this is brutal, man, because I don't think any of us have much confidence in McDermott. And then to sign a guy on Monday and start him on Sunday at left tackle is not ideal. You got to worry about communication issues, learning the signals, learning your assignment, learning the offense, learning the scheme. I mean, there's so much that happens here that it's going to put a lot of pressure on Mike LaFleur and the offensive line coach, because you cannot be stubborn with your playbook and your play calling now. You've got to find ways to protect your quarterback. If it's Flacco, you're in deep trouble because the guy can't move. If it's Wilson, you don't want him getting banged up and beat up in his first game back. So you're going to have to give him tight end help, running back help, maybe more shotgun formations, rolling him out, and just kind of figuring it out. I mean, this is you're going to really see what kind of coaching staff you have now when you've got to deal with this kind of injury. Now, I know people are questioning, what could Joe Douglas did? I mean, listen, we talked about this the entire offseason. Becton and Fant going into camp were both injured, coming off injuries. There was concerns there. We talked back then that you need to have a better replacement than Adoga and McDermott. The Jets decided not to do that. They brought guys in. Becton goes down. They bring in Dwayne Brown. Unfortunately, he gets hurt. So you can call it bad luck, you can call it whatever it is, but now you're at with a left tackle that's going to is very average, and a right tackle, a rookie, who's trying to figure things out. And then it gets better, because then once, say you have Dwayne Brown at left tackle, when George Fant comes back, then what do you do? It's like you're going to have constant shuffling in the offensive line here. So it's going to put a premium on coaching. LaFleur, the offensive line coach, figured this out, because it's next man up, and you can't have setbacks. You can't have your quarterback getting killed. You got to find a way to make this work. Not a perfect scenario, not ideal. I mean, and if you want to this is the offensive line is the anchor of your offense. So, going into Pittsburgh, this a well-coached team, especially on defense, even though they have TJ Watt, without TJ Watt, this can be a tough task, man. I think this can be, you may see a very vanilla offense because they have no choice. And then it can even run the ball. Interesting times, man. Never a dull moment. It is frustrating. It is difficult. And you just got to hope they find a way to do it. And, this is just brutal.